Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so light.
I'm Ayana from Aya Cultural Arts Studio, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Monday, June 30th, and I'm your host, Dani Gurrie. Happy last day of June, if you can believe it. I can't, actually. Today's show, we'll have some trending stories with Dani and Marco. I'm going to go over what's happening in Frederick, giving you a highlight of all the events you're going to want to know about coming up this week. And, of course, going over 4th of July. We got Pawsome Pets with Mikey, a 5-year-old hound mix. If you're looking for your next 4-legged family member, he might be the one for you. And then Garry Cohen from Mazzaroth Vineyard. I visited that vineyard. It is absolutely not what you expect, but beautiful nonetheless. And then your secret stash video clue for today. That's right. Now, Mountainside Education Enrichment is the beneficiary of the Good Morning Frederick merch that was sold in June. The shop isn't open today, so whatever was sold through yesterday, they will get credit for, unless you order online. And the details are on screen for that. And tomorrow starts a brand new Mission That Matters nonprofit, which is awesome. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I went to the movies again yesterday. Took my son and his fiance. Had to see How to Train Your Dragon again. Just as great as the first time. Warehouse Cinemas is the absolute best. The food is so good. And, you could just go. You don't even have to go to a movie. Tuesday, tomorrow, $7 Tuesday. All movies, $7. Wednesday, all movies are $8. And the whole bar is 50% off. That's the beer wall, cocktails, wine. Can't beat that deal at all. I would just go for happy hour on a Wednesday. Just grab some food, get some drinks, have some fun with friends. You don't even have to see a movie, but if you want to, you can. I do want to go see F1, and I think that Megan 2.0, I thought I saw the first one, but my husband isn't quite sure I saw it, so might have to watch the first one. But anyway, some good movies out. I think Elio is another one. Lilo and Stitch is still playing, though more limited now that it's been out for a few weeks. So if you want to get out of the crazy weather we're having, which looks like thunderstorms all week long, maybe head to the movies. That's what I recommend. All right, let's go ahead and get this Monday going. Got to thank the show sponsor, Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard of Frederick. They're open daily, noon to 9 p.m. You can grab a hot pretzel or an iced coffee as well. And if you can't get to Rita's, they can come to you via Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. You can save time and order online with Rita's app. It's free. Download it today. And then you circumvent the lines and go right to that side pickup window. There's no reason not to have Rita's, 538 West South Street. All right, here's this week's trending stories.
Hello, and welcome to your Monday morning trending stories. It is Marco and Dani. Good morning, Frederick. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Hopefully you had a great weekend as we get ready for this week and the 4th of July taking place. Yeah, so if you got any big plans for the 4th, you going to go down to Baker Park? What are you doing?
Oh, yes. Party in the Park with WFRE with a country live music, 4 bands on stage being kicked off with our own local Hannah Ponce at 1 o'clock, wrapping up with Runaway June headlining that show. We have the Mechanical Bull that'll be down there with free rides thanks to Good Morning Frederick and the home of everything Frederick, the real estate goddess Shannon Flannery. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have Mama Cone out there.
Oh, boy, Mama Cone.
Going to be out there. We're going to have the whole family out at Baker Park for Party in the Park on July 4th. It's going to be great.
That's awesome. Well, make sure you hit share, like, and comment. We'd like to hear from you each and every Monday. We do the trending stories, trending before you get to work, so you're caught up to date with everything happening. Obviously, the weather, a big problem. All over the country, it's either 2,000 degrees or you have storms that have been like end-of-the-century storms.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was funny because I was at an event the other day, and the wind started kicking up. And I'm telling you, there's it wasn't like a tent like in your backyard. This was like a tent that was held down by like 1,000-pound cinder blocks, like a big wedding tent.
Yeah.
And that thing looked like it was coming up off the ground, and it was going to be a real big problem. But it's not, man. It's insane out there.
It is. It is insane, and things are changing on a dime here in Frederick. We've gone from May, rainy, gross, most of June, rainy, cold. Last week of June or last 10 days, 9,000 degrees, like you're on the surface of the sun, and it'll be sunny, then cloudy, then thunderstorm, then rain, then clear. It's just absolutely nuts.
Yeah. It is. It is definitely. It's fun, really, when you're out and you're not sure what to do. Bring an umbrella? Do I bring a helmet? I mean, I don't even know.
I need waders. What do I got?
Yeah. So it always keeps you guessing. We'll see though. It's funny though how summer just came right in. It's like we're summer. It's summer now.
Yeah, summer's here. Summer's here.
Right in,
I mean, there's nowhere to go. Like, I think as a kid, you kind of remember this gradual, lazy lean into summer. Like May was always chilly, but you were excited about summer, and then it started warming up, and then July was nice and warm, and then August was the hot month. Now suddenly it's like June is the hot month. Who knows what's going to happen in July, and August just everything burns because it's hot.
Yeah, sounds fun. We'll
great.
See. We'll see what happens. So I wanted to get started on there's a couple of stories trending all over the internet. This one, I don't know if you saw this, but in Fort Wayne, Indiana, there was a huge fight between an outlaw motorcycle club and this guy, and it's sparking a lot of concerns. This guy spoke for the first time the other day, and I'll just play a little bit about it here.
It's very heartwarming. I didn't know that the city would react like that. I didn't know I was so supported, but just seeing that really made me feel better.
Now at 5, for the first time, that man attacked in a Waynedale bar last week is speaking out.
James Simmons was joined by Pastor Carlton Lynch in front of the Allen County Courthouse this afternoon.
Okay, so he brought his pastor out. Obviously, there's of course, in this day and age, the biker, the MC were mostly white guys. This guy's an African American. I think there was another African American girl in there getting dinner or whatever. And so the story is that he went to pay his tab. He says they put some stuff on his tab and he wasn't going to pay it. They say he wasn't paying his tab. Whatever happened, they got into a big brawl. And but the first thing that the pastor says is that he brings up past problems with these. It instantly just becomes a racial problem when really they were at a bar. A lot of people were drinking. I just don't understand why it just can't on the surface be wrong place, wrong time, got into an argument. It doesn't matter. Everyone wants to do the lowest hanging fruit, which means yes, yes, there's an African American, yes, there's white people, and instantly it becomes a race thing. I really hate that. I know that's just the way human beings are. It's easy to look to see he's black, they're white, it's racial. It's not always like that. And I can tell you, I've been in MCs, I know, and listen, I'm not saying they're right, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying sometimes there's more to the story. Who knows exactly what happened? But the pastor comes right out and he starts to talk about all of the big cases. All of the big ones, and how and now the NAACP is involved, and now they wanted to shut the bar down because apparently I think one of the wife is one of the owners of the MC has something to do with it, so they want it closed for good. But I'm telling you what is actually happening. There's an underswell because now politicians are getting involved. And anytime you have politicians who hear from their constituents and they're going to, hey, we're going to vote you out. Anytime politicians get involved, it's just big problems. And I don't think the MC knows it's not a club problem. It's a problem with people getting involved, and it's just going to blow up into be some crazy. You're going to start seeing this everywhere. And it just it's going to become a huge racial problem now. And it just sucks because it probably just was a misunderstanding or an argument or a bar fight that now is going to be dealt by everybody else in America now.
Yep. And, look, I think this is immediately what happens with our local media. It happens as well right away. You can't read a news story without the opening lines pretty much being what race everybody is.
Right.
Unless it doesn't feed into their narrative and doesn't benefit them. And rarely when it's the other way around do you hear, I'll take police shootings, for instance, when a white person gets gunned down by police, it's not news at all. When a black person is gunned down by black police, it's typically not as big of a news story as a white police officer. And it's just bad. It's bad that that's where we are. It's difficult for white people to say anything because you're either called a racist or whatever, xenophobes, whatever that is. So it's a terrible situation all the way around. People have used it to further their, like you say, political careers and show, an alliance with a certain group of people. And, are you ever going to know the truth? I don't know.
Well, I think there's video stuff, so hopefully we do. This comes on the heels of a couple of weeks earlier. I guess there was a white couple at a gas station that was approached by a young black guy, and so now everybody's like, they're like, oh well, because somebody makes a stupid comment on one of the videos, on that video actually, and that says, oh, I thought the video was good, and somebody else says, oh well, I thought the video of that white couple getting dressed down, and so then you can just see it starting. You can just see everybody picking sides. I hate it. I hate the fact that we do that.
Yeah, and the problem is no one of proliferance comes out and says to stop it. Yeah. No one condemns it that should. People should condemn the behavior all the way around, should condemn the media for making it a big deal, or wherever it starts, really condemning, the pastor, if that's where he went right away, rather than saying, hey, we need to figure out a way to get over this and to calm the situation. Everybody intensifies it, throws gas on the fire, and it never works out well for the little people, for the regular people.
For the people that matter, that the people that are going to be taken, So it just sucks. It really does that we just jump right to that. That's human nature. I get it, and I understand it, but it's just, I wish we could all just figure out a way to get along. I mean, not to steal Rodney King's stuff, but I mean, just at least wait for, because there should be some judgment if that actually happened, but we don't know that that's what happened. We don't even know anything.
People who do wrong should be punished, period. But a lot of times, when you get other people involved and you get these organizations involved, they tend to drown out what really happened and start to rewrite a narrative. And the propaganda starts from both sides, and then you don't really know what the truth is. And then no one pays for the actual truth. People then are heralded for crazier things, and I don't know, it just never works out well. And I just hope everybody just takes a breath and just lets this thing,
because again, it could be, and maybe it was that, and maybe it was this, or it could just be some guys got into a fight at a bar. One happened to be black, a few happened to be white. And if you know anything, I can tell you about MCs, they don't fight one-on-one, and then not just that one, anyone. They usually come at you with a bunch of different people. That's not, so for the people that don't understand the MC world, that think that they were all, that they just went up with a big plan. They don't. But when one of their brothers gets into a fight, all of them jump in. So I don't know. It's terrible. I hope it doesn't go where I think it's going. But you never know in this day and age, in this climate. Speaking of the climate being a little crazy, I'm telling you, this is something that's going on as well, and I don't know if you've seen this or not, but let me go ahead and share it.
As it's Minnesota, Minneapolis.
So apparently, I don't know if
Phillips is down, the most dangerous neighborhood in Minneapolis.
So in Minneapolis became the first major U.S. city to have a religious call to prayer Islamic broadcast over loudspeakers. I'm not sure exactly, because I'm obviously not there, where that is or how it happened or whatever, how they got the loudspeaker.
Apparently it's in one of the towns in Minneapolis. This is disturbing as an American. I don't have anything against Muslim people. I have a problem the fact that this is happening in an area that is off limits to a lot of local police, that there are a lot of horrible things happening within that local area, that city.
Well, not just that. If they started doing Catholic prayers or whoever or whatever, that would just be weird to play any kind of religious stuff over any loudspeaker anywhere. That just doesn't, obviously in this case it's Islamic, but even if it was Baptist or if it was whatever the case may be, that's just a weird thing to happen. So
it's very concerning. And the rest of that video, the video was actually produced, I believe, or a part of it was utilized by Prager University. And I know what people are going to say, it's a right wing and all of this, but the facts about it, and a lot of the people speaking on it are talking about the birth rate. And I remember 15 years ago watching a video about the birth rate in the United States used to be 2.1 or 2.2 kids per family per married couple. We are now under 1. I believe it's 1.7.
We're under one. Here's the thing. Elon Musk has tweeted about this probably 500 times, and I know a lot of people hate Elon Musk, but he's super smart. we are at a very dangerous it's under 1 now, actually. The people.
Okay, yeah. So that means we're actually negative growth.
Right.
And with our own repopulating Americans. And it's very dangerous. In Europe, it's causing a huge issue because there are some people, I mean, we're all going to be the minority population, and we're going to very soon find it very difficult to have anything we recognize as America. I don't care. I am more than happy to welcome people here legally, a melting pot. The Prager University video goes to say that a melting pot was all about people from different countries coming and assimilating under one flag. You're coming to the United States because you have something to contribute to the United States, and you want to assimilate in the country by learning the language, by bringing in the customs. That's not to say you disregard the customs from the country you came. Our grandparents were Italian. They literally came on a boat through Ellis Island. Our grandfather went from New York to Washington, D.C., worked for the post office, opened a fruit stand, opened a grocery. Our grandparents spoke Italian to each other when they were angry, and we made Italian dinners, and we brought the food and the culture. But he was so proud to be an American. He was so proud to to have some part of this country.
But that doesn't happen now.
No. And that's the fear, right? When people come here and they hate and spit on this country and they want to turn our country into where they came from, I have a problem with that. And I think it is a very slippery slope that we are walking on, allowing this to happen in our country.
Somewhere, somebody has brainwashed people to think that the planet is overcrowded. It is not. And I'm telling you, we are declining, and you think it's bad. China is actually a critical mass. China will cease to exist because the birth rate around everywhere is going down. It's in every country for some reason, and I can see why. A lot of millennials, a lot of younger people, they don't want to have babies. They want to do their own thing. They want to have their own lives. They don't want to spend money on that. And you there's a million reasons why it's happening, but it is happening. And this is something Elon Musk has warned. If we keep on this, because people don't understand, the younger people are funding the people that are on Medicare, Medicaid, and retiring and doing whatever. It's a constant feeder system. And if your feeder system dries up at the end of the day, it all goes to shambles in a way, and it ceases to exist. There is not too many people on planet Earth. It is not. If you looked at a heat map of people to land, it's incredible. We all happen to live in the same places, so I mean, I don't know, until somebody else other than Elon Musk speaks out about it. I guess people won't listen because right now, he's hated everywhere. But we'll see. But it is a problem to pay attention to. And right now, China's at critical mass. They're under 0.5 or whatever, and I think it's you're going to see what happens. People think that it's this thing, you're just not going to be able to sustain population if we keep doing this.
It's very, very scary that this is happening. So
it's scary that it's happening and nobody talks about it. That's really
So I know.
Well, that's what we have to do. All right, well, let's go on a little bit of a lighter note here.
Started heavy today. It's okay.
Now we're going lighter. This is something you sent me. And this basically, I guess, does it have the beginning?
Sorry, total 45.72. But if you flip this bottle and land it, you put it for free.
All right, so your total's 45.22, but if you flip this bottle and land it, it gets it for free. He says, "Oh, I love that."
Total 45.72.
That's how a lot of businesses are, actually. You think you're getting a deal.
You try to do something to spin the wheel, get a free meal. Nope, not happening. Not today.
Land the bottle. You get it. He's like, let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Look at his face.
I
love it.
It's fun because, you got to laugh at yourself.
Yes, we do.
All right, another fun one here. You sent this to me. I haven't looked at this one yet, so maybe you can tell me what's going on with this.
This is a very, very, you can play it, but it's a very, very clever dog.
All right, looking for witnesses.
Looking around, seeing if anybody's there. Kids left the pantry open.
Animal crackers.
This is what I love, though. Dog takes it right outside, comes back, sees what else we got? Oh, tortillas. Taco night. Taco night. Look, very calm. Very calm.
God.
I don't know where the cheese was because typically it's refrigerated, so I don't know if that was open or not, but yeah.
And took it all out for a block party. Looks like all the dogs in the neighborhood were out.
Somebody called it its own charcuterie board, so there you go, making its little refreshment for an evening.
Oh my gosh, that is good. Well, dogs are smart. They are smart.
They are smart for sure. They know what's going on.
All right, I thought this would be pretty cool for us to do. This is just a random TikToker, but we'll run it here.
And then a statistics box pops up. And you can look up any statistic from your life. How many chicken tenders you've eaten, how many Q-tips you've used. What is one statistic that you think would stand out that's unique to you above anyone else? Okay, you die.
So basically the thing is you die, you can look up any statistic, which would you do to figure out. I tell you, there's a lot of funny comments, but there's a lot of great ones. I like how many times I was right and people didn't listen. The other one, how many serial killers I've interacted with without knowing it.
Yeah, here's mine. I want to know how many photos of someone else that I'm in. So I've traveled a lot, and I've traveled to a lot of tourist destinations. I would love to know how many people's photos on the wall I am in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's funny. This is a good one. How many times I made a minor decision that avoided something that would have been a dramatic effect on my life? You always think about that, like, hey, if I would have left the house 1 second later.
Yes.
1
How
minute
many
earlier.
times have I been so close to a catastrophic event and didn't even know it?
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones.
How many people have talked about me in therapy?
That's a good one.
How many times my guardian angel intervened? What difficulty?
I think I'm on level 2000. I'm pretty sure. Whoever is actually playing my avatar sucks at this game. So I can tell you that much.
I can say that as well. For the love of God, come on, we need some wins, people.
Yeah. Yeah, give me whoever's playing Elon Musk. I want that guy playing me.
I want that. I want that guy.
Whoever's currently playing me sucks.
Oh, gosh.
So there you go. Well, listen, thank you very much for hanging out with us here today. We appreciate it. Dani, you got Good Morning Frederick. I hear that there's a large cash amount hidden somewhere in Frederick County. Is that right?
Yeah, Secret Stash continues. Later in the show, you're going to get your video clue. I have to check. I don't think anyone found Friday's clue, so I'm going to give you the giveaway clue. If you check our social media, you'll see it there. Of course, we have Pawsome Pets coming up today, and Garry from Mazzaroth Vineyards is going to join us later in the show as well. You get to see a beautiful part of Frederick that is a lovely vineyard and producing some great wine.
All right, there you go. Good Morning Frederick. Thanks for having me on. Make sure you share, like, comment, follow, and, of course, watch the show later on today so you can see where stuff is hidden around Frederick and maybe make yourself some serious cash. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it, Dan. It is Good Morning Frederick. More to continue next, right?
Trending steady. It's trending on Twitter. It's huge.
Oh, yeah, it was trending. Trending stories. Thank you for joining us for that. All right. And actually, I just got a text this morning. So someone did find Friday's secret stash, but I'm going to have yours for today coming up in just a few minutes, right after Happening in Frederick, Pawsome Pets, and an interview with Garry Cohen from Mazzaroth Vineyard. That all comes up right after just a couple messages.
Cosmic Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmicHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining finally beyond compare.
Who's always wanted to go to Alaska? Well, that's me, and I'm putting together a trip June 9th through June 20th of 2026. I would love for you to join me working together with Antietam World Travel Service to put together an amazing itinerary featuring both land and sea. We're going to see all the great stuff you see when you go to Alaska. I promise it's going to be a lot of fun. Go to bit.ly/Alaska2 for more information. Okay, let's find out what is happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors, serving the area for more than 34 years. They do wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, anything you want to put on your floor, they can handle the job. And let me just tell you, you can have them come over and look, as we did for our house in Yellow Springs. And there was one room that, unfortunately, an animal, critter of some sort, kind of ruined the floors. It was in the carpet, pulled the carpet up. It was in the wood floors so badly that they couldn't be sanded back. So we replaced wood floors in one of the rooms, but the rest were sanded back and they all just look amazing. Amazing job. They can stain to match. They can redo. If you don't like the colors of your floors, they can handle it. Call Jeff, 301-948-9663. It's 301-948-WOOD. Or find more information at atlaswoodfloors.net. All right, in the throes of collecting for Souls of Joy, I didn't actually get a chance to go shopping this weekend, which is disappointing. I did look online for some bargains, found a few, but I know I want to make those dollars stretch as far as possible. So I'm still looking. I've got some time. We've got the month of July to get 200 pairs of shoes collected. I know with your help, I can do it. You can drop off your new shoes to the home of everything Frederick at 401 North Market Street, Wednesdays to Sundays, or Orioles Nest, the Family Heritage Trust, and Village Crossing in Warman's Mill as well. You can now purchase your individual tickets for Souls of Joy, which is happening on Friday, August 8th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Arc at Market Street. Live music from the Learned Doctors. Included is food, including heavy hors d'oeuvres and desserts from some great bakers locally, beer, wine, and seltzers as well. If you want to be a collection site or you want to sponsor this event, there's still time to do that. We're going to be doing our sponsor shout-outs coming up very soon. All right, let's see. Tomorrow, noon to 1, I believe it might be your last time to get your free zone pass giveaway. It's at the Party in the Park truck stop is at Trick Trucks and Cars right off Industry Lane in Frederick. You can just show up there during your lunch hour, and while supplies last, you can get a free pass to the free zone. The free zone is right in front of the stage where you're going to hear Hannah Ponce, the Brown Brothers, Runaway June, and who's the other band? I can't think of them off the top of my head, but we got 4 live acts playing on the stage at 4th of July at Party in the Park. So grab your free zone passes. Then you don't even have to worry about, trying to get a space too soon. It's limited, so not everybody can be there. On Thursday, July 3rd, Alive at 5 is happening with Honest Lee Soul. Of course, July 4th, Party in the Park. Baker Park is the place to be. Come down near Color Lake. We got so much great stuff. Helping Hands and Caring Hearts is going to be giving out a ton of free stuff. Clothing, diapers. She sent me pictures, bike helmets, toys, all kinds of stuff to showcase how she is supporting Frederick County with some really, really great things. Makeup, all kinds of stuff that they're going to be there. Maryland Double Deckers will be there. You'll be able to have a climb up on the bus and get a view of Baker Park. They will be there from about 1 until 7 o'clock. Of course, the Mechanical Bull is free thanks to Good Morning Frederick and the home of everything Frederick and Shannon Flannery, the real estate goddess. We have some really fun t-shirts you'll be able to win. And if you do a few things, you're going to be able to get some great giveaways. We got tons of stuff. I got Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. We've got Good Morning Frederick temporary tattoos we'll put on you. A lot of fun all day in Baker Park. Then July 5th and 6th, we have our pop-up vendor event at the home of everything Frederick. Come on by. We've got some amazing vendors who set up each weekend to display and sell their wares. And I would love for you to stop by and see us July 5th and 6th. Also on July 6th, it is the U.S. Air Force Full Spectrum Pop Rock Band at the Summer Concert Series at Baker Park at the Band Shell. That kicks off at 7 o'clock, goes till 8:30. Of course, you have your pregame of that with WFRE's live broadcast. July 7th through 10th, and then again July 14th to 17th. If you're looking to keep the kids entertained for a few hours from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., there's a baseball and softball clinic happening at Braddock Heights Park, which is right off Schley Avenue in Frederick. And it's for ages 6 to 12. All experience is welcome. You can brush up on some skills or learn the game. You can text Rick Wilson at 240-422-6835. It is a $100 fee. It is a fundraiser for the nonprofit league. And your kids will be out and about learning the game of baseball and softball, or again, honing up on some of their skills so that they can play later in the year. Let's see, the July 12th, the Rubber Duck Derby Festival is in Union Bridge. That is a full day of fun from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. DreamBigUnionBridge.com is the website for information on that. And let's see, what else do we have? July, we're going to be talking about some really great events coming up. But the 22nd, the Reptile Adventures on the Double, we just hosted this yesterday at the home of everything Frederick. It's with Maryland Double Deckers. You get a ride around Frederick, and then you stop and get to interact with some reptiles at the home of everything Frederick, which is very cool. And then at 5 p.m. on July 22nd, you can explore the world learning about guided tours all over the world with Colette, one of the most trusted names in travel. You can actually head to Antietam World Travel Service on Old Farm Road at 5 p.m. on July 22nd and ask your questions about guided tours and learn all about traveling the world. I'm telling you, a guided tour around the world is a great way to see a lot of places and not have to worry about you making all the travel arrangements. I used to work for a tour company, It's actually how I met my husband. But we used to take 18 to 35-year-olds around the U.S. It was a bus tour, and, people got to see everything in a short period of time. I used to do 14-day tours just in California. I used to do 21-day tours across the U.S. from California to New York for about $100 a day with every breakfast, lots of dinners included. Excursions were easy to book. All your accommodation were taken care of. You never had to think of anything. You just had to be on the bus by the time they told you, and you would get to your next destination. So such a great way to see the world through these guided tour companies. So I definitely recommend just checking it out and seeing what's going on. All right. And then we got Brew with a View on Maryland Double-Deckers coming up in July as well. Tons of great stuff to keep you occupied for the summer in Frederick. Let me just tell you that everything Frederick calendar that I have linked in every single one of these podcasts we're updating it daily, adding events all the time. It gives you a nice rundown of what is happening every single day. So I highly recommend you check that out for sure. All right, we're going to take one more quick break. Then we're back. Pawsome Pets with Dixon, a 7-year-old. Oh, no, not Dixon. We don't have Dixon today. I don't know what I'm thinking about. What do we got? We got Mikey, a 5-year-old hound mix today. We've got Garry from Mazzaroth Vineyard. And we got your secret stash video clue for this Monday. All of that comes up just after this.
Experience an unforgettable vacation at the Salty Seahorse on the 4x4 beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Enjoy the pool, relax in the hot tub, fish, and kayak right off the private dock. The Salty Seahorse will be your forever vacation home. Go to thesaltyseahorse2201.com.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
All right, let's find out about our possum pet. Pawsome Pets sponsored by Maryland Lottery with tons of ways to win with hot scratch-offs like Big Money, where a $5 ticket can net you $50,000, or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. Plus, download the Maryland Lottery app and you can scan your tickets to see if you're a winner. You must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. All right, here is our Pawsome Pet for today.
Meet Mikey, this week's Pet of the Week. In the shelter, Mikey is somewhat stressed and barks to get attention. Outside, Mikey is quiet, loves to be with people, and is well-mannered. True to his hound dog nature, Mikey originally arrived as a stray and was not reclaimed. He was adopted for a short period of time, but returned due to some mild resource guarding of toys with another dog. Mild resource guarding is manageable, and one of our adoption counselors would be happy to discuss a plan. Mikey is a staff and volunteer favorite. He already knows a few commands, walks nicely on a leash, keeps his paws on the ground, and is very affectionate with people of all ages. Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center is open Monday through Saturday. If you're interested in meeting Mikey or any other animal at the shelter, please make a reservation at visitfcac.as.me or give us a call at 301-600-1546, and we would be happy to make that reservation for you.
Oh my goodness. He is adorable. Oh my gosh. All right. You got to go to visit fcac.as.me. Visit fcac.as.me if you're interested in Mikey or any of the other amazing animals at the shelter. All right. I got to do this real quick because completely walked by it. Of course, we got to talk about A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding, but they can also replace your windows and gutters and even build you a new patio or deck. Now is the time. Get that done. Call 301-703-2157 or send an email to info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. You just have to let Sandra know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. And right now is the time, especially to handle any roofing or siding issues. You don't want to wait until the weather gets you before it's too late. All right. Let's go ahead and find out who is making our market very tasty. Market Makers is sponsored by Dublin Roasters, the Frederick Coffee House fueled by love and positivity. Visit Dublin Roasters at 1780 North Market Street or at DublinRoastersCoffee.com. I got a chance to visit Mazzaroth Vineyard and meet Garry, and he was amazing. And here's what I learned. All right, I'm on Myersville. We're on 17, right?
Route 17, Myersville Road.
We're on Route 17, Myersville Road. I'm at Mazzaroth Vineyard. Yes, and I'm with Garry. It has been fascinating here because you're a little different than everyone expects when you hear vineyard or winery or making of wines. You guys have kept it very tight and small, focused on the product and your output and just that one-to-one experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
So from air traffic controlling,
yes,
being the top guy for a long time, retiring, getting out, to this, what would you say your experience air traffic controlling you've been able to lean on in the making of wine?
Wow. Going from that stressful job, I have definitely slowed down, and certainly there's no sense of panic ever creeping in what we're doing.
Right.
That was a job that was on steroids in terms of the amount of stress. People had to recalibrate what they thought stress was after they saw what we did in there.
Yeah.
So this is pretty chill.
Yeah.
Now
chill.
I make people happy.
That's right. That's right. You know, I say to people when things go wrong in my day, no one dies. So that's a good day, right?
Right.
In that first job, not so much. So this job too, if you make a mistake or something happens, it's not the end of everything.
Correct.
So this is your retirement plan. You bought a beautiful piece of property. It took you forever to find. And it's checked every box for you and your wife.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's with the grandkids right now.
She'll be back in a few hours.
Yeah, awesome. Why wine? Were you always a wine drinker and that was your thing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It was our beverage of choice. And when the kids are now all adults and grown and flown out of here, by the way, they all went to Frederick High. So
I'm a patriot at TJ. It's okay though.
Graduates of the local school system.
Yeah.
They were away at camp, and Mickey and I went to the Finger Lakes. And it was the end of the day, and we weren't very tipsy, but maybe just a little bit. And we're sitting on the patio. It's about 20 some years ago, and of a beautiful winery up in Ithaca, New York. And the thought hit me like a lightning bolt. It was an epiphany that, wow, why don't we do this? These people out there working the vineyard, they don't look any smarter than me. So if they can figure out how to prune vines, so can I.
Yeah.
We came back from that experience, and one of our friends said, you ought to learn how to make wine first before you plant that vineyard. Thought that was a good idea.
Good idea.
So we did.
Yeah.
And right out of the chute, we were doing really well. And I think most of the importance in making wine is the quality of the grape.
Yeah.
That's a large percentage of it.
I mean, who knew Maryland was such a place for that? Did you know that Maryland was going to be a good spot?
It was a leap of faith, and we're Marylanders through and through.
Yeah.
We've lived here our entire lives in the state, and there are some varieties that do really well in this part of the world. You just have to not chase name recognition for a variety. Sometimes you have to go to a variety that's a bit more obscure.
Okay.
But it takes a little bit of work. The biggest issue for Maryland is the humidity. And if you can deal with the humidity and keep the disease pressures down, then you can make a quality wine.
Yeah. Now, I think I've learned going to wineries in the past, Maryland wines is it the grapes that do really well here mostly lean toward the red production, or no?
Both.
Okay. So you do both reds and whites?
Yes. The whites on the East Coast to me are phenomenally underrated. We have some gorgeous wines, as do many of the other local wineries. The whites are fabulous, absolutely terrific, world class, no kidding.
Yeah.
The reds are a little bit more challenging here because of the amount of sunlight that we get and the length of the growing season. However, there's some varieties and there's some winemakers around that are doing really, really special wines. And it's nice to be part of that scene.
Yeah, really great. You guys have medals on display, proving that someone else thinks you're pretty good too, not just yourself, which is awesome. Now the winery or the vineyard here, your home, you allow people to make appointments and come up in small groups to taste and purchase and all that great stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So do they do that through your website?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. And then you also ship or give your wines or sell your wines at local restaurants and bars, I'm assuming. That's a tough get though, right? That's all kind of that interpersonal, you got to meet people, you got to know people, and they put your wines on a menu.
It's helpful that we've lived in Frederick County for 32 years, more than half of our life. So we have some friends in the industry, and that greased the skids for some of the places where our wines are placed. However, it's a lot of knocking on doors, also at other restaurants and liquor stores. And every week we're trying to continue to position our wines in local establishments.
Yeah,
it's wonderful to be in there.
Yeah, yeah. So it does contribute, I'm assuming, to a large part of what you do. Can you guys do tastings in like a liquor store and things like that?
We do them all the time.
Nice. Okay, yeah. And where locally could people go to purchase your wines today?
In the Frederick area, Frederick Wine House just behind Costco carries our wines.
Nice.
Also, Trout Liquors in Middletown. Heritage Liquors in Middletown. The Middletown Shell carries 4 or 5 of our
love
wines.
it. Go to the grocery, go to the gas station and buy great
wines
wine.
are sitting there at top shelf placement at the Middletown Shell. We love those people too.
I love it. I love
Restaurants, Fratelli's carries. We do a signature blend, Pinot Grigio. We've been working with them for quite a few years. Up on Market carries our wine. And Old Mother Brewing has our wine, and we keg our wine also, and they have our wine available in there by the keg. No kidding.
Wow.
And the glass.
That's very cool. I did not know that. That's awesome. Well, these are places you can get Mazzaroth. What's your, what's your favorite wine is that like asking about your favorite kid?
Yeah, it is.
All right. What's your easiest? So when people say who's your favorite kid, I say the easiest is X, but.
The white wines, we have quite a selection, but the Vidal Blanc is somewhat of our signature white. We just won another gold medal. We've won a gold medal on that wine 3 of the last 5 years. Easy drinking, goes really well with seafood, which is popular around here.
Mm-hmm.
On the reds, I like to think that we knocked it out of the park in the 2023 Tannat. Tannat is an obscure variety from southwestern part of France. We were the first growers of that variety in the state of Maryland.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have a mentor for the grapes, so it took us about 10 years to finally figure it out. And I like to think we're doing pretty well with it, and it's done extremely well for us.
That's an investment in itself, just trying to figure that part out.
Amen.
So I notice you have, it looks like little mini rose bushes at the end of every row. What does that do for your grapes? Is it to attract the bugs away from your grapes, or does it help somehow?
There's two reasons. One is that they look pretty.
It is pretty.
We have 68 red rose bushes because that's the color my wife wanted. And not that we need 68 of them. And then the other reason is because they're early markers for powdery mildew and black rot. So those two diseases, if you start seeing them on the rose bushes, you'll definitely get them on the vines. So just you observe those and it will give you an early indicator.
Really, really. But they are beautiful. They
Thank
are
you.
beautiful. All right. If you want to make an appointment to come to Mazzaroth Vineyard, you can do that on their website. Is it just Mazzarothvineyard.com?
It used to be. We're Mazzaroth, Mazzaroth.squarespace.com. Our phone number is actually on there also on the website. So if you don't see an appointment that meets your needs or a time and you would like a different one, call me.
Just call. Yeah, we'll put all that up on
We
screen
keep it
too for
personalized.
people.
We're kid friendly. Keep the dogs at home for us, please. Our dog is quite protective of his property.
He is. He's watching. He's watching me to make sure I don't do anything to Garry here.
We have a glorious view, and we'd love to share it with you.
Yes. Well, I took a video of that when I was waiting, and we'll make sure that's on screen too because it is spectacular, especially on a day like today. Beautiful space. Go ask for their wine where you are next. If you're out somewhere and you want to see it on the menu, just ask because that's how sometimes it gets in by customer request, or head to all those places Garry just mentioned to pick up a bottle or two and try it out for yourself. Thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely a pleasure, Dani. Take care, everybody.
Ah, yes. Such a little hidden gem. I had no idea. I was actually a little confused, though there was a sign in the front. I'm like, I'm driving up to somebody's house. And in fact, I was, which is kind of fun. But anyway, very intimate and a ton of fun. All right. What you've been waiting for is your secret stash clue for today. Here it is. It is that could be the giveaway. That could be the giveaway. If you know where that is, head to it right now. Grab that envelope. Here it is again. I'll play it for you. The secret stash clue. Remember, every single secret stash prize pack has at least $50, maybe even $100 of value. I should have calculated each one. Every single one gets a free Good Morning Frederick merch, some piece, t-shirt and something else maybe, or an not the MP3 player, the Bluetooth speaker or something like that. There it is, your secret stash clue for today, Monday, June 30th, the final day of June. And we are now officially going to be headed to July after today is over. All right. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Of course, you can watch anytime on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am trying to get us to at least 2,000 subscribers. If you can help me by subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it. And share Good Morning Frederick out and about where you are. We appreciate you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. And let's get out there. Let's be great, Frederick.